Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of JCI Michigan, both here and around the world. Thank you so much for joining us for the JCI Michigan Boyne Retreat. As always, we get to do this whole lineup thing, and I want you to take a look at the people that we have on the screen of this lineup. And if you hear your name called, please stand and give the people a big wave or some sort of sign that makes you look really cool. Our District 1 Director, Caroline Mowering. Please welcome your District 2 Director, Jennifer Baker. Your District 3 Director, Megan Hayden. Your District 4 Director, Megan Miani. Please welcome your District 5 Director, Jackie Leary. Your Training Director, Ms. Michelle McGran. Your Corporate Government Relations Director, Julie Huff. And your Communications and Technology Director, Stephanie Johnson. Look out, everybody, it's the Legal Counsel, Corey Rickett. Your Finance Director, Joni Zielinski. Welcome your Secretary Chaplain, Ilona Castelline. Your Membership Vice President, please welcome Christopher Crawford. Your Programming VP, Karina Townsend. Your Chief Operations Officer, Carol Z. Pickleman. Your Chief of Staff, I know her as T-Mac, you know her as Tara Mack. Your 98th JCI USA National President and Local President's Coach, Noel Knockreiner. Our 2017 JCI World President, Dawn Hetzel. Hey, I know her. Sky's the limit. 85th Michigan JC President, 94th JCI USA National President, Faye Walsh. Who's that ugly guy? The 87th President from KZoo, DQW Worthams. Who's that guy? The 89th President and your Michigan JC Foundation President and JCI USA Legal Counsel, John R. Badine. Your 90th President from the Dirty, Jay Johnson. Your 92nd President from Frankenmuth, Steve Pickleman. Your 93rd President from Livonia, Peter Behrman. Your 95th President from the Dot, Steve Pappas. Your Chairperson of the Board and the JCI Michigan Elections Chair, your 96th President, Sarah Austin. Please welcome our special guest, 2020 JCI USA National Vice President, Maylee Ram. And with that, my friends, please welcome, if you're not already here, standing up. If you're at home, make sure you stand up. Put your hands together, friends. It is your 97th President, Mr. Adam Bonarek.
Good evening, JCI Michigan. It's good to see all of you tonight. It's just good to see all of you tonight, right? And whoever came up with the idea for the noisemakers, that was a great touch, because we can clearly hear all 4 ballrooms. Yes, we are operating out of 4 ballrooms tonight, which is a little strange and a little different, but we're going to make it work, right? Because we're JCs, and that's what we do. But as much as that is a little different, what we're going to do next is something we've done many times before. This JC is one of my dearest friends. She has a heart of gold, is a wizard at marketing and graphic design, puts up with me and others, even when she shouldn't, and somehow does it all with a smile. She has pushed herself out of her comfort zone in so many ways this year, and I couldn't be prouder of her or happier that she is on the team. This JC has been on fire this year. He took a look at what we were going to need for audio and technical requirements for our first hybrid event, listened patiently when I told him what my vision was of what I would like to see and how I hoped it would all fit together, and said, "I got this." Within a couple of days, he had sent a schematic of his proposed setup, volunteered to set up a miniature conference center at his house, all while simultaneously working to revamp our state website. This JC may not be here in person this weekend, but she is here in spirit and on Zoom and is working hard from home. She has ensured that the JCI Michigan message is out there, on brand, and on point this year, and she has excelled. Who am I talking about? The communications and technology team, of course. While this team has always been integral to our operations, it was not until the pandemic hit last year that we realized just how essential having a strong CommTech team would be to having successful events in the future. Because when you go hybrid, you are effectively taking our live events, which are already stressful enough to plan when they're in one ballroom, and now you're saying, okay, how do we make a broadcast presentation out of this? And this team has gone above and beyond. Please welcome for my presidential medallions, our tech guru from South Kent, Noel Groom, our marketing guru from Greater Flint and Nomai, Aaron Verberkamos, and our communications and technology director from Redford, Stephanie Johnson.
Congratulations to Noel, to Ladybird, to Aaron. Great work. It's been my honor working with you guys this weekend, too. It's been awesome watching this from behind the scenes. So congratulations, and thank you so much for making this whole shindig possible for us here and for everyone at home. So, according to this script, we now head into something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I'm quite sure it's near and dear to a couple other past presidents as well. Please welcome to the stage past President Faye Walsh, along with help from another room, our JCI Senate President Tanina Moore, because we get to find out which of our first-timers will be taking home a free registration to an upcoming state event.
Good evening, JCI Michigan. We are so excited. We had 6 first-timers come and join us this week, and let's give them a big round of applause. First-timers looked a little bit different this time around. We put it online so we didn't have to worry about handing those pens back and forth, getting all those signatures, but we still encourage them to make the most out of the weekend, answer some trivia questions, attend our trainings, and meet as many people as possible to begin that JC network. And one of these lucky individuals is now going to win free registration to the next JCI Michigan Conference. Are you guys ready to hear who it is? All right. Our winner getting a free registration sponsored by the Michigan JCI Senate to the next JCI Michigan Conference is from Ludington, Brooke Klein. And joining us in the green room, President Tanina Moore, President of the Michigan JCI Senate, is going to present Brooke with her award. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Brooke. So happy that you won the First Timer Award. Before we let Faye and Tanina go, I think we... No? I guess we can let them go because this didn't get changed in my script. Welcome to What Happens at Boyne. It stays at Boyne. Alrighty. With that, you know what, Mr. President? You have some other things that we need to do at this time. So please, again, welcome your 97th President, Mr. Adam Bonarek.
Out of all my medallion recipients this weekend, this next goes to a person I have not known for very long. But in the time that I have known them, I have been impressed by their dedication, creativity, and passion for the organization. Trying to corral 5 strong-willed and independent state presidents is no easy task, but she has done so this year with aplomb. As the leader of Team Gold Diggers, she has held us on task, listened to us when we were frustrated, and given us sound advice when we needed it. She reminds us that while being state president is a serious thing, and yes, it's important that we do a good job, it's also just as important that we have fun along the way, or else why are we doing this at all? I'm so glad that she was able to join us in person this weekend and for taking the time to share her skills and knowledge with everyone in attendance. I hope many of you have had the opportunity to spend some time with her, and if not, please do so before the opportunity is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for my next presidential medallion, our 2021 National Vice President from Iowa, Maylee Ram.
I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face. Afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way.
No more living in no shadows. You and me, we don't have echoes.
'Cause once you see it, oh, you'll never, never be the same.
Little bit of light is shining. Bubble up and keep on shining.
You can prove there's more to you. You cannot be afraid. Come alive, come alive. Go and light your light. Let it burn so bright. Reaching up.
Congratulations, Maylee. Our members are so very lucky to have you as our National Vice President this year. Speaking of members, I think at this time we need to welcome to the stage the Membership Vice President, Mr. Chris Crawford. And while he makes his way to the stage, friends, please draw your attention to the screen nearest to you for a few fun facts about our current JCI Michigan chapters.
You and me got a drum that we're drumming. Listen up to the changes we're ringing. Nothing's going to stop us from coming. Out of the darkness, into the spotlight. There is a new star, shining so bright. Out of the darkness, into the spotlight. There is a new star, shining so bright. Every day's a chance, every day's a choice.
Oh, where's my noisemaker?
Even lose,
Woo!
sometimes end up winning.
I got my own noisemaker.
Learn to dance, go and find your voice, 'cause the
So good
party's only just beginning. There's a place where we belong. There's a place where we belong.
There we go.
And you'll hear us sing our song in this place where we belong. Into the spotlight, into the spotlight.
Good evening, JCI Michigan. So I've got some fantastic news. As you've seen, we've got people that are putting in the work doing some fantastic things. Congratulations to everybody that had amazing retention and everybody that had new members coming in, going into this quarter. Fantastic job for everybody. I'm really proud of everybody. So for the Membership Award of Excellence, there is a particular person that I would really like to recognize. She's a newer member who had been at JC for about a year, maybe a year and a half, and was voluntold to be president without really knowing too much about anything to do with JCs. However, she did not run away from the challenge. She picked up where she could, asked other people for help and for assistance, picked up the phone and started calling members and saying, hey, I don't really know much, but I'm going to figure it out, and we're going to do it together. And she was able to take a chapter that was getting ready to fold and get 100% retention to keep half of her membership that was literally up for renewal. Save the chapter, and they're going to be doing some great things. Emily Hartsung has been an inspiration to me. She's a young person, a young professional who's working hard and figuring it out, and her team is doing fantastic. So I just want to give her the Award of Excellence, and everybody give her a big round of applause, because that's what we're about, right? We need to be comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes and figuring it out. So those are the awards that I have for today. Again, thank you, everybody. Let's have another great quarter.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate all those wonderful words, and we think it's very wonderful to hear about such a passionate young leader. Congratulations again to Emily. Right now, I think it's time to hear a little bit more about passionate young leaders. That's right, my friends. It's time for the results of your first quarter competitions. So first up, we're going to hear about a brand new competition this year from our good friend, my good friend, very good friend, one of my best friends, really, your programming director from Kalamazoo, Nikki Dobos.
Hi, I'm Nikki Dobos, Programming Director for JCI Michigan, and I'm here today to tell you about our new competition, Create It. Create It was designed to allow you to show us how you express yourself. Any form of art will be accepted, whether that be performance art or a traditional medium of painting, crafts, anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take a look at what was submitted in the first quarter.
Hello, JCI Michigan. I'm so excited to be here today. For the first Create It competition, we challenged competitors to show us the colors of the wind. They were judged on originality, technical execution, and their ability to make the judges feel something. And they all delivered on all accounts. Your first ever Create It winner is Jacqueline Leary from the Frankenmuth JCs.
Okay, first thing that I have to say is who put Jackie in the same room as Badine and Pickle and think that she's going to be safe? Second, good thing she's got crutches because then she can beat the hell out of Badine. Anyway, congratulations, Jackie. So very proud of you, and thank you for being the inaugural Created winner. Next up, my friends, please welcome to the stage your programming vice president. This is Karina Townsend.
Professional online networking is designed to encourage participants to have an online resume through the use of LinkedIn to showcase their professional experience and brand. This quarter's winner is someone I've had the honor to watch grow and develop over the last couple of years, not only as a JC, but as she builds her budding career. Please join me in congratulating the Quarter 1 Professional Online Networking Award recipients, Amarina Crawford from the Livonia JCs.
Alrighty, next up, my friends, we head back to Zoom, and we head back to Kalamazoo, because Nikki Dobos will tell us about the impromptu write-up winner.
This quarter's impromptu write-up challenge asked our competitors to tell us what they would do differently if no one would judge them. The winner impressed the judges with her vulnerability and authenticity. Your impromptu write-up winner is Tina Fooster of JCI Kalamazoo. Okay. We decided to have some fun with our impromptu speak up competitors. We asked them to hype themselves up for 5 minutes, letting the judges know all the things that make them wonderful. Everyone did an incredible job taking on this most difficult task, but one member stood out among the rest. Congratulations, Amanda Lozier of JCI Kalamazoo.
During our Prepared Speak Up competition, our participants spoke about a time that they rose up and helped others to do so as well. Our judges heard stories about how competitors inspired families and community members. Our winner used her words to paint a picture of how she encouraged someone to break out of their shell, believe in themselves, and help them out of homelessness. Congratulations to our Prepared Speak Up winner, Megan Hayden from JCI Kalamazoo.
A very big congratulations to everyone who competed this quarter. I can't wait to see the next round of competitions this summer. Now please, friends, if you would, please turn your attention back to your screens at home and the nearest screen that you have here to you at Boyne so that we can see all of the amazing things that you guys have been doing so far in the year 2021.
To the dark, hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown a mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets is gonna send a flood, gonna drown a mind. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Do you guys remember May 2020? It was really hard. We were all trying to find our footing with events, learning how to create virtual events, and be innovative. It was hard. It was exhausting. We were all just wanting a sense of community. Fast forward to Q1 of 2021, and I was absolutely blown away by the projects that all of the chapters, as we just saw, created, held, just so many exciting, wonderful events to keep their members engaged, their community safe, while making a positive impact and building leaders. So today I want to recognize 2 chapters for their incredible work in Q1. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy, because as we just saw, there were so many wonderful things that happened in Q1 already. So my first Programming Award of Excellence goes to a chapter that created a new, fun way to celebrate Easter in their community while following safety protocols by taking a trunk or treat event and adapting it to an Easter themed with fun decorations, eggs, and even the Easter Bunny made an appearance. Please join me in celebrating the first Programming Award of Excellence to the Auburn JCs for their Easter Hop Trunk or Treat event. All right. My second Programming Award of Excellence goes to a chapter that is having some of the best GMMs out there. They're also finding ways to engage with their community. So instead of an award for a specific project, this award is recognizing all the programming that they've accomplished in Q1. Every time I think I can't join another Zoom because I spend 8 hours at work Zooming and I'm just tired, I see this chapter is hosting an incredible guest speaker, and it gives me the motivation to join, to learn, to engage, to feel that sense of community that I really have been missing. In Q1 alone, they had JCI USA Deputy National President Margot Dickerson, JCI USA Association Manager Newland Wing, and State Representative Mary Kavanaugh. And if that wasn't enough, they hosted a successful virtual forum for young adults in their community to meet with local leaders to discuss the challenges in the world post-pandemic. Please join me in congratulating the Redford JCs on their Programming Award of Excellence.
I'm just going to let whatever is happening happen, because sometimes the dirty scares me, but sometimes the dirties really impress me. So, yeah, way to go, Gabe. Congratulations. And thank you, Vice President Karina. And friends, always keep up those great, wonderful events that we've got. Now, as I'm thinking of what comes next during this whole shindig, it occurs to me that, Mr. President, it is time for another presidential medallion.
One of the things I enjoy most about having been a member of JCI for nearly 20 years is the opportunity to see the next generation of leaders come up through the ranks, trying new things, gnashing their teeth against hurdles that come up, and searching for and finding solutions to overcome those hurdles. This next medallion recipient is one of those people. From the first time we met, I knew she was going to be a force to be reckoned with. She took her home chapter by storm, developing a new recruiting technique that won national attention. In 2019, she was tapped to be one of the JCI USA Leadership Fellows, and as a district director last year, she was a constant source of support for her chapters, even throughout the pandemic. When she made the decision to run for programming vice president, that indicated to me that she was looking for ways to broaden her perspective and experience with the organization. I remember having conversations with her that sometimes the tendency is that membership people only work with membership and programming people only work with programming, when the reality, of course, is that having experience with both is essential. Without programming, we would have no need for members, but without members, we would have no one to produce the programming. The two must work in tandem. As an organization, she knows we can do better, and she's right. She has made it a focal point that she wants our programming to be more accessible, more relevant, and more technologically integrated. She has continually impressed me with her approach to problem solving. I am excited to see what role this person will take on next, but no matter what it is, I know she will excel. Please welcome to the stage for a presidential medallion, your 2021 Programming Vice President from Ann Arbor, Karina Townsend.
Congratulations, Karina, and thank you for your continued leadership in the organization. Now, I know, Mr. President, you're acting like you want to get off the stage because you're used to 1-minute speeches, but actually, you need to keep your ass right there.
Oh.
Because
Fine.
It is time for you to announce the top 3 CLC chapters.
All right. Well, this is it. We're going to hear about the best of the best. The Civic Leadership Certification Program is all about giving chapters those tools and those items that they need to do to be a success. And this year, we did a lot of work to try to integrate and make it even more relevant for our chapters as we're going through this pandemic by integrating things like our local officer incentives and tying in things that are happening at the state and national level as well as a way to energize and engage people. Yesterday, Past President Sarah took the list for me, and you heard about our 7 entrants, and tonight I'm going to announce our top 3. So in 3rd place, please welcome the Livonia JCs. In 2nd place, coming from the west side of the state, JCI Greater Muskegon. You know, seeing Team Christmas up there is just a little scary at times, right? And in 1st place, JCI Kalamazoo.
Congratulations, Kilmacool. Hey, wait, that's my chapter. So very proud of you guys. Now, I am told, Mr. President, you get to sit down now.
Okay.
Because our special guest for the weekend, our 2021 National Vice President, Maylay Ram, will give us a wonderful speech at this time. So please welcome our special guest, Maylay Ram from the great state of Iowa.
So I can't say enough how much I've loved my time here. Everybody has made it so welcoming and, of course, fun. And I've loved every conversation I've had so far and really getting to know the members of Michigan and hearing about the great and amazing stuff that you guys do is just very mind-blowing, very, of course, like motivating. I just keep getting more and more ideas in my head and just, you guys make it so easy to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest support system, and so I really commend all the members of JCI Michigan. So thank you all for being such amazing people. And so yeah. Our goals and aspirations fire us with our purpose, focus, and a deeper meaning. This inspires us to share our ambitions with the world and build bridges within our communities. What we build ourselves up for warms our heart, fires up our inspiration, and clarifies the impact that we want to make in the lives of others. The journey to our passion and the impact we all make often happen with failure, hardship, and self-doubt as we strive to make something real out of what begins as just an idea that was in our mind or in our hearts. This is where we should start to see what we're made of and the resiliency that we hold. This is where we can choose to go all the way or just not go at all. Our efforts take a lot out of us, whether it's time, energy, confidence. It basically takes a toll on our mental health, and with a year like last year, it probably took more than ever. Even with all of these factors, we can only do what we can see and deeply feel. There are no shortcuts, no easy way out, or even a path to our intentions. We should always expect to take the long road, not just a walk in the park. Perseverance reminds us of what inspires us and how we set our hopes on creating positive impact in our communities. These goals and aspirations are what keep our mind aware of our surrounding and provokes ideas on what we see ourselves doing to create these inspiring changes. We have all been there, whether we're listening to a podcast, we're going about our day, going on a walk through the town, reading the news, buying our third cup of coffee. That idea just pops in our mind on how we can improve our efforts or create some efforts to solve an issue that we just recently recognized in our community. Those are the aha moments that bring light into the community and into our hearts. Our goals and aspirations need action, dedication, and belief that we can do it. Our fears and self-doubt can sometimes come out of hiding within us. Instead of focusing on these, we can choose to learn from them, and we can choose to move past them. Focusing on fears, failures, or lack of confidence can block us from what we're doing and keep us from even trying. So when we choose not to listen to these thoughts in our mind, we can thrive and make things happen again. We will never know what we can do until we have worked through these difficulties that hold us back. I don't remember who said this or where I got it from, but it's a powerful statement I've used as kind of a mantra myself. We are stronger through our fears, wiser from our mistakes, and braver from our battles. One of the biggest inner battles can be motivation. Motivation towards our goals and aspirations often come on strong when we first are going, but then often fade when challenges pop up. So commitment and dedication are what can help boost our motivation again. This can be the promise of dependability or accountability to people we respect, and that's what can be, in the end, that helps pull us through. Because sometimes our motivation changes from the passion of the project to our friendship with other JCI members or even community members. Meaning, if a project stops being the main reason that you are here, you are not showing up for yourself anymore. You are showing up for your fellow members who are working hard alongside you and that you respect. So stand tall for your friends, the committee and board members you respect, and the community that depends on you. Our goals and aspirations are built on our fierce spirits, our empathy, and passion. Any force that can disrupt this or how we feel can easily throw us, or it can actually strengthen how we continue on. We just have to look at it at a different light, or just shine our own light on it. After a year like 2020 that brought the darkness, we have to look at everything in a different light, whether we want to or not. We can't change that it happened. We can change how we move on. Our goals and aspirations are our priceless promises to ourselves for everything we deeply know, what we are worth, inspired what we know, and what we can give. So trust yourselves because you are capable and you are enough to continue to make an impact and create positive change. So take that back with you and just think of the many different ways that you can move on from last year. That is something that happened, and we can definitely move on and continue the great, amazing things that you all are doing here in Michigan. Thank you.
Mississippi River, Davenport. Corn, 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 corn. What's that smell? Corn, 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 Iowa City. Corn, 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 corn. Look, a tree. Corn, 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 Des Moines.
Poor Maylee, we've been teasing her all weekend about the corn in Iowa. Thank you, Maylee, for those wonderful words, and thank you again for being here this weekend. It really means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to my members here that you took the time to be here with us, so thank you. All right. Tonight, I've chosen to recognize 2 chapters with my Presidential Award of Excellence that I think are doing great work building bridges in their community, whether that is by building new bridges or doing maintenance and support work on existing bridges. In reviewing the work that this first chapter has done, I have been particularly impressed by their willingness to try new things and their enthusiasm in finding new partners to do those things with. They are either in the planning stages or have recently completed projects working with their local Chamber of Commerce, the County 4-H program, multiple businesses, coffee shops, and the LGBTQIA community. These partnerships have resulted in a local coffee week, a fantastic new event called Shamrock in Your Shanty, plans to co-host multiple socially distanced and safe events in the month of June, and the upcoming Pride celebrations. For my first Presidential Award of Excellence, please congratulate JCI Greater Muskegon, led by their president, Samantha Jonas. Every time I see Teen Christmas on there, I just laugh. This second chapter is all about community. They have worked hard to build and maintain relationships with dozens of local businesses and other local organizations throughout the region, and they have members and alumni in key positions of influence everywhere throughout this small town. Warm or cold, sunny or snowing, this chapter has proven adept at finding ways to adapt their programming, and by doing so, they continue to be the premier organization for young people in their community. Whether that is from raising thousands of dollars at their local snowfest, to running a wintry 5K, to finding ways to modify their signature event, the World Expo of Beers, the Frankenmuth JCs continue to shine. And when you are the largest chapter in the state and are still able to renew 20 out of 22 members in the first quarter in the middle of a pandemic, you know you are doing something right. My second and final Presidential Award of Excellence for the first quarter goes to the Frankenmuth JCs, led by their president, Charles Allport.
My tummy's turning and I'm feeling kinda homesick. Too much
you might be entertained by Team Christmas. I'm scared.
It's okay, they got Jackie in there with the crutches. She'll take care of them. You know what, Mr. 87? I like it up here.
Really?
Yeah.
Shocking.
I know,
Would
right?
you like some music to go along with it?
I know, I would.
Alrighty, do your thing.
When it came time to choose who my left hand would be this year, the choice was easy. I knew from the beginning who I wanted to fill this spot. The hard part would be convincing them. You see, this role holds a special place in my memories. It was 10 years ago that I was in her shoes here in this very ballroom, working beside another leader from Kalamazoo. Only now the tables are turned and our roles are reversed. For years, close friends and past presidents have teased me, if you were ever president, how are you ever going to pick a COO? But like I said, I knew from the start that Carol was the person to get. You see, I recognized from the very first time we met that she is one of those people who hears the music in the air, who views the world simply as one big stage, who understands that each of us are but players cast within the great dramedy that is life, who understands that you can either find a way to be a harmonious counterpoint or strike a dissonant chord, but either way, the music is going to take you on a journey. And what a journey it has been this weekend. She has had a lot to juggle. It's our first live event in 15 months. I ask way too many questions, I'm sorry. It's a hybrid event. What does that even mean? Oh yeah, because we're in 4 ballrooms instead of 1. And then of course, the weather. We had snow yesterday. Has she done things the way I would have done them? No, but that's not what matters. What matters is that she's found a way to take my vision for 2021 and put her stamp on them, found a way to overcome the obstacles in front of her, built a tremendous production team, and thrived through it all. Ladies and gentlemen, for my final presidential medallion of the evening, please welcome your Chief Operations Officer from Kalamazoo, Carol Z. Pippelman.
How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! I'm taking this horse, metal reins, wicked red coats, weather with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make a jump around them up and scatter the remains down. Watch me engaging them, escaping them, and raking them out. I go to France for more fun.
Let's quickly wrap up today's award show by hearing some information, some kind words from our good friend, the Chief of Staff, known as Tara Mack.
All right. Hello, hello. Is everyone having a good time tonight? All right, perfect. Okay, so just real quick, we are going to be doing some district wraps. So when we do the district wraps, let's keep them quick. Let's have a little fun, but let's keep it quick because we've got s'mores and some hilarity coming through, right? Everyone's excited for the s'mores, right? All right, perfect. Okay, so with that being said, we'll go ahead and get moving into the next round. Yeah, should have known I was going to dance on the stage, guys.
When you wake up, I'm gonna be there. When you wake up, I'm gonna be there.
All right. So I was told once that if you had to give a speech, keep it short and keep it to your heart, right? Talk from your heart. What most of you may not know is that Adam and I share a huge love and passion for music. Now, when I say we share a passion for music, it's not just, hey, we're listening to music. But music to us tells us a story. It tells our story. And it tells us, it helps you guys know when we're happy. It also helps us get through some tough times, am I right? When we listen to music, sometimes it can help us kind of get out of that rough spot that we're in. And let's be honest, when we're listening to music, do you ever just dance it out? I mean, I know I do. Have you ever listened to a song and thought of someone from your past or a feeling that you had, right? Music will make you just remember that moment For me, I can listen to a song. Last night, Dave played DP, Domestic Problems. Woo! All right. All I could think of is the amazing, I'm going to say it out loud, 5 years that I spent at Grand Valley State University. However, it's just, music will always make you think of something. And what I love about it is that a song can lift you up. It can make you happy. It can bring you out of a funk that maybe you didn't even know you were in. The song that I stood up here and danced to, what I love about it is it's inspired by something so much more than just words on a paper. It's inspired by the community service efforts of the great Jose Andreas. So when I say that name, does anyone know who he is? Oh, okay. So do yourselves a favor and Google Jose Andreas. Jose Andreas is actually the founder of World Central Kitchen. So what he is it's a nonprofit that's devoted to providing meals in the wake of a natural disaster. And when you Google him, Google his efforts for when Hurricane Maria devastated the island of Puerto Rico. Because what he did there will literally give you chills. He went there with his own money, not anyone else's. He didn't fund for it. He took his own money and fed the entire island of Puerto Rico when they couldn't do it. The song is about that. And what OAR wanted to do is they wanted the song to motivate others to follow suit. Knock on someone's door who may need some help, right? They want you to lend a hand to them. How cool is that? How cool is that a song that can make you dance, sing, whatever you want to do, dance it out, can push someone to maybe give, help, or be kind? Because I think that's something that the world needs so much of right now, is just kindness. So before I bring Adam up, which is I know what you really want, but before I bring Adam up, I have a couple questions for you. Whose door will you knock on? Who will you help lift up? And who are you building bridges with? Ladies and gentlemen, for the time you've been waiting for so long, we're going to have Adam Bonarek, your 97th president, come on up and close out the evening.
Wow, it's that time already. First, I just want to start by saying, hi, Mom! My mom is on Zoom. I'm sure she's there with my dad, too. And it's just really great to be able to do that today. I've been saying all day today that I feel a little bit like a broadcast anchor because everyone is reporting from various live locations scattered throughout the state. And so it's kind of a neat thing to do. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here this weekend. You know, when we first started talking about and planning this retreat, we really had no idea what was going to happen, right? We had no idea whether or not we were going to be able or allowed to do the event in person. We told ourselves that we were going to give ourselves a very manageable goal, that we thought if we could get to 50 people in person, that would be a big success for us, given everything that's going on. And so when we blew past that goal, because people in this room and in the other ballrooms here, and those who are watching even from from whether it's on Zoom or from their condos and their chalets, when you saw that this team was going to be able to put on a successful and a safe event, and when you told us that you had the confidence and the faith in this team that we were going to be able to do that, and we blew past that number to have 100 people here, that's pretty awesome. And that shows to me that this group of people was ready to come out of the dark. I said that I wanted that to be my theme for this conference because, as I said in February too, it's been a dark time for all of us around the world, as we saw in that extremely moving video that Stephanie put together for us, just about the fact that 2020 changed so much about the way that we work and the way that we live our everyday lives. And it created such a situation of uncertainty. And the way that this organization has proven resilient and able to move forward has just been so inspiring. And I just can't say that enough. It has just been so moving to see that. And I think that, in a way, that really ties back to what we heard about this morning from our keynote speaker. He said something this morning that I thought was a really interesting point. He said, failure is never an end result. It just means that you have to keep trying. Failure is not an end result unless we choose for it to be an end result. We always have the option and the ability to keep trying, to keep innovating, to keep adapting, to find another way to move ourselves forward. And that, to me, is what building bridges is all about. We're looking for that way to adapt and modify what we're doing so that we can continue to move forward. He told us today that we need to be agile for the future, which I thought was really, really appropriate today, right? Because I think that really gets to the point of where do we go from here? What do we do next? What do we do when we leave our Boyne Retreat this weekend and when we have to go back home? How do we continue to take the energy and the momentum that we've built here this weekend and move ourselves forward? And again, that comes back to building bridges. At least for the next few months, I know that we're going to have membership fun in the sun. We heard today from past President Fay that the membership team and the local chapter presidents and the Senate organization have agreed to join us in this challenge to help us find and continue to grow this organization and find new people who want to be part of our organization. We heard this morning from the panel that we had talking about ways to diversify our membership that we needed to think about something like actionable allyship, right? We needed to think and discuss the things, who is at the table today and who's missing? Who else do we need to be part of our organization? What voices are we not hearing at the table? And what do we have to do to bring them to be part of our conversation? And that, I think, for us is really what we need to do next. That is the challenge that lies in front of us. If we want to truly build bridges for the future, we need to make sure that we have as many voices as possible that are at the table, that are there with us lending their voices. Because if we can successfully do that, that means that we will have succeeded in being the organization of choice in all of our communities. That means that we will have succeeded at being that organization that when people look to the JCs or to JCI chapters, they know that that organization is full of members who know people, who get things done, and represent the needs and wants of that community. And that's a fantastic thing for each of us. I said a couple of weeks ago I had the opportunity to speak in the leadership showcase at the JCI USA National Conference. And one of the things that I talked about then was the fact that when this organization was founded in Michigan here in 1924, we were in the midst of the Roaring '20s. And I think before us lies an opportunity to go into the Roaring '20s once again. Because as Simon told us today, he gave us this story about the fact that to take a 10 by 10 board, 10 circles, 10 by 10 row of circles, right, in a square, and that each of those circles could represent a year of our life. And how are you going to choose to fill in those circles? We are filling in currently the 97th circle on our first board of 100. How are we going to choose as an organization to fill in those last 3 circles on our journey to our 100th anniversary? It's not that far away. And now is the time for us to really be thinking about how are we going to build those bridges? How are we going to build those bridges so that when we get to our 100th anniversary in 3 years, we are stronger as an organization than we have ever been? I know that this organization is capable and able to do it. The question is going to be, do you all believe that yourselves? And I hope that as you leave this retreat this weekend, you feel that sense of rejuvenation, you feel that energy, and that together we can go out and build those bridges, not just for the next weeks and months to come, but for the next 3 years and for the next 97 years as we continue to be the organization for young people in Michigan and throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here this weekend, and I look forward to spending more time with you tonight. Thank you.
Do you want to adjourn with the creed? I mean, it's tradition and all. Or
it is tradition. And I think with that, I think we should be led by the president of the chapter that took first place in our CLC. Please welcome back to the stage the president of JCI Kalamazoo, Tina Fooster.
We believe that faith in God
gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that earth's great treasure lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life.
Kalamazoo JC!
thanks, everybody. We'll see you in about 25 minutes. And folks at home, have a good night.